You may have never spotted them in these huge crowds.
We have these kind of neon green hats for identification purposes.
Identifying them as legal observers.
At least at a couple of the street protests, there have been legal observers, again, by request.
This video shows a group of them at an ICE protest in Graham last year.
The role of legal observers is to observe and to document specifically law enforcement activity.
Eric Fink, an associate professor at Elon Law, trained many of his students to act as legal observers and has been one himself. He was somewhere in this crowds of thousands at LeBauer Park on June 7th, taking notes on protesters' interactions with police.
If you see an arrest, for example, you might try to record what happened in the arrest, information like that, or if the police prevent people from entering into a public space, public forum or something, kind of just note that stuff down.
These volunteers usually work in conjunction with lawyers
who either are already representing or potentially representing people who might have cases.
When someone is arrested or feels like their constitutional rights were restricted,
and they might want to bring a civil rights suit, by having documentation of the law enforcement activity, that's helpful to the lawyers who are defending people against criminal charges or representing people in a civil suit to have evidence